Hey, this is Brian Jones from eLearning Art, and I just wanted to show you how you can use texture fills to create these e-learning conversations and modify your backgrounds where you'll see here, the bricks are small, they're getting bigger, and then there's perspective where it goes off to one vanishing point when you're looking over this guy's shoulder and this vanishing point over another guy's shoulder. Um, and, uh, and it's actually pretty simple to do, and it draws on a couple lessons from before. So let's actually just go into the slide master so you can kind of see how I've set this up. So let's do that, and you'll see, and if you look at some of the other lessons that I've done on creating these conversations, you'll know that, well, let's actually close this so you can see. You'll know that I have kind of like establishing shot, these zoom in, zoom mid, and then different perspectives. Well, essentially I've done the same thing, but I created those in using patterns. So let's go ahead and view the slide master, and let's go up to the top here. Let's just talk about this very first one. Now this brick is kind of a blurred brick, so I'd already applied an effect, and this is some concrete that I have, but it's using a method that I learned from David Anderson doing it's like a little wall baseboard floor, and then I just added a few little things to it with perspective, and I'm using some pattern fills. So let's actually just go insert shape, which is all I've done here, and let's put that over here so you can see it. And if I then right click it and I format the shape, I can go picture or texture fill and select from file what it's going to be. And you'll see, like, I have a bunch of different repeatable textures which are really cool, and I have another lesson on that, but we want to do brick. So scroll down there, there's the red brick, so I select that, and you'll want to tile it because otherwise it gets kind of wonky, and now you can scale it up or down. So let's just say I'm going to do it at like 80 and 80, and this isn't the lesson for this, so I'm going to move really quickly with this part. But then the way that I didn't want the brick to be totally clear in the background, I wanted it to be blurred. Then I went in, and the next step was I just went to the artistic effect and I applied a blur to it. So go to there, and there's my blur, and that looks like a little too blurry to me, so let's step it up to maybe 8. Great. Doesn't really matter for what I'm doing here. So that's how I created that first object, and this is just another fill shape with concrete repeat in it. But what I've done for these other ones, so when I'm going to have kind of that over the left view, what I did, let me just show you format picture on the 3D rotation. What I did is this one has an X rotation of 30 and then a perspective of 45. Let's just reset that and show you how I got there. So there's that background, and what I did was I went to one of the presets and I said let's go perspective left. And then I just looked at it, and it didn't feel like it was quite as extreme enough as I wanted, so I went to 30, and that was it. And then I went back and did the same thing with the other one where I wanted it to be to the right. If I go back to show you the 3D rotation on this, you'll see that that it's 330, so it's minus 30 essentially, and the perspective is that way. So now if I go close out of the slide masters, you can see these different perspectives, vanishing point this way, vanishing point that way, and it's really cool. So all you really need to create something like this is some repeatable textures. Draw a shape. You can change the size of what the brick zoom is going to be by changing the scale. Remember to tile it as a picture, and then add some perspective to it. And very quickly, you're able to set up this conversation where it feels like you've created a scene that has multiple perspectives. Anyways, real easy to do, doesn't take too long. Hope you found that useful, and good luck building your e-learning conversations.